Hello. Today, here at Samuelson Academy, or Grammar Logic, our new name, in the advanced grammar class, Grammar 2, our students analyzed and diagrammed one idea expressed through 4 different sentence structures. They transformed a simple sentence with a participial phrase into a complex sentence with an adjective clause, a complex sentence with an adverb clause, and a compound sentence with 2 independent clauses. They have trouble talking about these in front of a camera, so I'm doing it. We tried a little bit. I can show you some excerpts from that, but we have to work on their presentation. But I'm going to do it just so that you see the high level of critical thinking which diagramming sentences promotes and strengthens. So here we have Eric adapted easily to life in Brazil. That's the independent clause, but here is the element which is transformed into three other structures. So having lived in many countries, Eric adapted easily to life in Brazil. It's a simple sentence. Here's our participial phrase describing the noun Eric. That's what we say. Having lived in many countries is a participial phrase, working as an adjective describing the noun Eric. Now this participial phrase transforms into an adjective clause in this complex sentence. So here we have Eric, who had lived in many countries, adapted easily to life in Brazil. Who had lived in many countries is an adjective clause describing the noun Eric. Same meaning, slightly different rhythm, slightly different emphasis perhaps. Over here we have a complex sentence with an adverb clause. So, Eric adapted easily to life in Brazil since he has lived in many countries. So this student used the present perfect tense, which is acceptable. That could work here. So we have since he has lived in many countries. This is our adverb clause, which is an adverb clause of cause. It's modifying the verb. So the participial phrase, having lived in many countries, first changed into an adjective clause, who had lived in many countries, and next has been changed into an adverb clause, he has lived in many countries. Same meaning, but a different emphasis, particularly here when we move into an adverb clause. It's expressing the relationship of cause and effect. Finally, we are going to express the relationship of cause and effect in a softer way in this compound sentence. So in this case, having lived in many countries is transformed into he had lived in many countries. So the sentence reads now, Eric adapted easily to life in Brazil, for he had lived in many countries. So here's that same structure. We have 3 transformations of the initial participial phrase. So for students to understand this, we now in Grammar 2, we understand all 3 types of subordinate clauses, adjective, adverb, and noun, which is not represented here, but we've studied that. And we've also studied all the verbals, and participles are particularly important verbals because we think of them as shortcuts to other clauses. And they're very dynamic. They become very dynamic adjectives in movement because the subject is understood. So they're describing a noun, having lived in many countries. So that's the story of our participial phrase transformations today, Sunday, March the 4th, 2012. Thank you.